That was the newest from Human Hell with their single Life Deprived. And now I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by the band right here on Knotfest Daily. Hi guys, how are you doing over there?
Hello. How's it going?
Hey,
How's it going?
it is going well. How about you?
Not too bad. Yeah, good. Been a long day so far. We've just been because we're heading on tour tomorrow, so we've been sort of practicing all day.
Pre-production, so we've come
Oh,
to
you.
a little local venue and done like a full setup of everything.
Yeah,
It's been good.
You,
It's been really
you
fun.
sound thrilled.
It's been such a long day. I got to
Right.
his house at like 11 o'clock, like our time, and it's now 9 o'clock, like nearly 8:30. So
Good fun.
yeah, long day.
Good day.
Very good though. Yeah.
Right. I mean, when it comes to playing shows with bands, it's always you have the crazy packing, then the drive, then the setup, and you have those like 30 to 45 minutes, and you just do it all over again. So I understand the stress, how excited you guys must be. It's exciting to finally be able to
Yeah,
play again.
yeah. So exciting.
Oh yeah, it was good to be on stage.
Yeah.
Even though it was just like a run through,
Yeah.
it felt really good.
Definitely not
Right.
like, very live.
That is very cool to say. Yeah, very low
Band rock
Deprived.
bands and stuff in the UK, so the fact that we even get to play, let alone play in front of people, is a massive privilege.
Mm.
Well, this is a UK tour. You'll be Well, you'll be joining Graphic Nature on this one, and you definitely told fans the other day how you were going to bring the energy because, like all the fans, you haven't moshed in over a year and a half. So, how ready are you just to get back out there, be back on the road again? Are there any nerves kind of heading into this at this point? It's been a minute.
No, we've like done it to death.
Today was get rid of every fucking problem we might run into with our tech
Right.
issues and stuff and sort it out. So now we're just
We're buzzing. We're
we're
buzzing.
fucking flying.
Fucking flying.
I mean, I've seen some wild things at concerts before, but apparently at one of your gigs, you guys had this guy steal a box of yours from the stage and then just start like dry humping it during the show. Did that actually happen?
It was we had like a backdrop and that we rolled up and put in this like huge long box, and this dude just like picked up the box and started like
He was
throwing it
hammered
about.
and he just like walked
He
onto
was
the
fucking
stage
hammered.
and grabbed this thing and just started smashing it about.
He's actually a mate of mine. He plays in a band called
Archaean?
Archaean.
It's amazing you knew him.
It was well weird, like, 'cause there was just a bit of a gap between obviously the stage and like the people that were there and everything. So I was just, roaming, on that floor. So I wasn't actually on stage. So I just remember like before the breakdown hits, I'm like, psyching myself out, trying to psych the crowd up. I turned around, I just see the stage with the blood. I was just like,
Oh
Yeah,
man.
we weren't mad. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I would absolutely lose it if I saw that. Like, there's no way I could focus or play anything through that visual. No.
It was so funny because he was doing everything and he was so hammered, he was just stumbling about everywhere, just like a complete mess. Going for it.
What would you say is the most bizarre or weird thing you've seen at a gig? Like, just something top that, whether it's one of your own shows or one you've actually been to.
I mean, it wasn't technically a gig, but today when we went out for a cigarette, there was a guy at the end of the street taking a shit on a wall.
No.
You gotta love London.
I put it on my Instagram stories. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally Camden. Man.
You gotta love Camden Town,
That's insane. Okay, I have to wrap my head around that for a second. I've never. No. Right. Jeez.
I've seen some weird shit though, especially in the smaller shows in London. I saw someone we got a venue, another venue in Camden called the Unicorn. Some guy found a stepladder whilst he was on stage and was like swinging that around while playing guitar, and then climbed up it and fell off it. It was fine. This dude like just did shit like that all the time, but you know, his guitar just got absolutely battered though. I mean,
Oh my gosh. Well, when it comes to the music, a few days ago you dropped your newest single, Life Deprived, which we were just jamming very recently. And this track, I mean, it is incredibly heavy. Like, you go so hard on this one. So how are you feeling about the response and everything surrounding the release? Because even in the chat, people were absolutely loving this one.
Yeah, so far so good. The only thing that we just want to get it to more people's ears because everyone needs to hear this.
Yeah.
Everyone's given us basically the same reaction the whole way through. That it's just like fucking mind blowing. And that was our intention. To be honest.
Yeah.
That was the idea behind it. It's just make it as heavy as possible, but like mean it. Like all the heavy riffs and that are like. They've got some like emotion behind it. Yeah, we fucking mean it because we've been pissed off for a year. like everyone else has.
Yeah, we've been deprived of life, man. Emotionally,
it's
everything.
It's definitely the funnest to play. Like in the whilst we've been practicing, like it's just so low and so heavy. You know, it's got. You know, I can't. I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing.
It's a gnarly tune. It really is, but in like the best of ways.
Yeah. It's definitely like
we saved that one till the end as well.
Yeah.
So we just like melt everyone's faces off, and then it just ends so abruptly, and we just walk off stage. It's like, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's a good way to say deuces. Well, you mentioned being pretty pissed off there, which I feel like a lot of the world has been, but I know when it actually comes to the lyrical themes and what you guys enjoy tackling, some of it, or a lot of it, is really about despair and cryptic hopelessness. So what exactly makes you want to kind of focus on a lot of those darker topics? Because it's really kind of fun to interpret the lyrics, listening to how heavy they are at the same time, and then talking to you guys now, who are just like an absolute joy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have just been playing for like fucking 6 hours. We're pretty chill right now. We've got all of our shit out.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, the times we're not buzzing, you know, I'm sure everyone can relate to at least some of these lyrics. You've got to force everything, you know, to get everyone really want to shout it, to make everyone really want to, you know, go for it, and for me to actually, you know, feel it like fully within myself. I just have to go extreme, like with the lyrics, with everything, the imagery. It's got to be extreme. And you know, I think. You know, life deprived. We've all been life deprived. We just need to get like a fastest out now. So I think now's the perfect time for this track to be released. Because even if you're just jamming about, headbanging, you know, dancing to it, there's a bit of that in the video as well. So you know, you can do everything to this song. You know, just release.
Yeah.
I love that.
My favourite clip of the music video has to be that woman smiling in the phone booth.
Yeah,
like that. We absolutely love that.
in between like a woman in a psychiatric hospital
And the maggots.
and a guy killing himself in a car with the exhaust. Yeah. This woman smiling.
Yeah.
A lot of juxtaposition in the videos.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of a bit like life, isn't it?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, the last thing I wanted to ask you about was just speaking to the band's name. I kind of feel like we all have interactions or moments in life where we feel like we are in a human hell. So to you, what are some of your biggest pet peeves?
Ooh. Pet peeves, man. When somebody eats with their mouth open.
Thank you. Drives me mad. I hate that.
Oh, makes my skin crawl. I just get
I mean, I'm really deaf, so like for me, it's probably my pet peeve about myself is when someone says something and I'm like, sorry, and then they have to say it again, and I still don't hear it, and I was like, yeah. And then
mine would be, so the place that we're at right now is a music venue. I work here, and every year there's like 3 of these like little all-day gigs called
Desert Fest.
No, Slam.
Okay.
I don't know, Snuff Fests, right? And it's all like slam and grindcore bands. And every single time, without fail, someone takes a shit on the floor in the toilet. Like they go into the cubicle and take a shit on the floor. That is.
What's the point of even going into the actual washroom if you're just gonna
just fucking do it in the pit if you're just gonna
drop
do
a
that.
deuce in the pit?
It's a great venue here. Like honestly, if you're ever in London, let us know.
Obviously, the only thing you've heard about this venue so far is that there's shit.
It's a great venue. Put it out there.